Howdy, and welcome to our 8th annual Buda Young Life Roundup. We are so excited and thankful that you have chosen to participate with us. My name is Ryan Bovey. I'm your area director and also your host for this evening. Before we dive in tonight, I'd like to thank the following sponsors of this event. Chick-fil-A Buda with Reese Howard, C&L Concrete and Construction, Lewis Sign, Titan Trailers and Dumpsters, Tex-Mix Concrete, Texas Disposal Systems, Addison Lynn Photography, and Julie Reynolds Realty with the Realty One Group in Prosper. This event does not happen without you. We're so grateful for it. And we'd also like to say a big thank you to you tonight. We're so grateful that you have chosen to participate in this event with your family in support of Buda Young Life. And I've got a few friends here to help me say thanks as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
For allowing us to show up in the world of kids.
Walking alongside middle school.
And high school students.
Seniors in high school.
College leaders.
Into otherwise dark places.
To bring the light of Jesus.
And build authentic friendships.
We couldn't do this without you.
Hey, and this ministry really would not happen without your support.
And our support.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Big Mo.
That's right, and I'm Right-Tail Joe, but my friends call me Bruce.
And we're with the PMBR.
That's the Professional Mechanical Bull Riders.
From the east to the west.
From the north to the south.
Professional bull riding is what we're all about.
We're traveling the world looking for the thrill.
Because nothing says adrenaline
like a mechanical bull will. Boom, boom,
Screet,
screet, yeehaw!
Wait, what is happening? Who
Man,
are you? What are you doing?
Like I said, my name's Big Mo, and I've been driving around Buda just trying to see what's shaking.
That's right, we're here for good times and good barbecue.
What do you consider a good time?
Well, that's easy, man. I like good old-fashioned thumb wrestling.
Yeah, I like racing people that I don't know on public streets.
Sometimes a good old backyard cornhole tourney.
I also like Guitar Hero. But more than anything, I like sitting down on a Monday night on a cool, crisp evening, watching The Bachelorette.
What did you say?
I said NASCAR.
Okay, hot diggity dog. Well, look, that's all true, and we love all those things, but one of the things we love more than any of them
That's
is
right.
a good
old
old-fashioned
Cinnabon.
rifle. A Cinnabon?
Yeah.
Come on now.
What'd
we're
you
not about-
say?
I said a rifle.
Oh, that's true. Raffle's just above a Cinnabon.
That's right. We love raffles. So look in your boxes, folks, and in that pledge envelope,
That's
there
right.
should be a raffle ticket.
Pull it out. Go ahead.
All right, we're going to give you a second to go ahead and pull that out. 1,000. There you go. Now you should have all the time in the world to get it.
That's right.
Well, we just so happen to have the winning ticket number right here. Let's go ahead and read it off.
This is fun. Let's do it.
Let's go. Here we go. 3,
1,
8,
7. Great job.
7.
0.
You're our winner,
You're the
Buster.
winner.
Or Miss, whoever you are. You won.
Someone's yelling by themselves right now.
That's right. Well, hey, ladies and gentlemen, my name's Big Mo.
That's right, and I'm Right-Tail Joe.
That's right. Boom,
Boom, skirt, skirt, yeehaw! Thanks for being here.
Wow. I don't know what that was, but congratulations to whoever won the raffle.
Hey y'all, my name is Matthew Ruiz. I'm going to get to play y'all a song today. I love Young Life, been a part of Young Life for almost a decade now. And this song that I wrote is about one of my favorite stories in the Bible called The Prodigal Son. It's the story of a father who has 2 sons. One loves him, the other one wants nothing to do with him, runs away, asks for his inheritance, which basically means, Dad, I wish you were dead. I want all the money owed to me whenever you die. And it's just a picture to me of what life was like for me before following the Lord, and then get to knowing him coming back after figuring out that I couldn't really do life on my own. So this song I wrote tells that story from the father and the son's perspective. Yeah, it's called Prodigal Son. I had had 2 sons, one of them loved me, the other one, he wanted out, and I loved him too much to hold him down. I gave him what he wanted, and he took off down the road. Shattered my heart to watch my son walk out and leave town. I gave him all he needed. I told everyone I saw, if you see my son, tell him I'm waiting for his return. And I don't care what he's done, I just wanna have him home again. I'd hug his neck and I'd kiss his cheek, oh, I'd hold him one more time. And I don't care what he's done, I just wanna have him home again. I wish he was home again. Again, oh no. I made it out, I had my money ready to spend. Stuck in that house, I didn't want to miss out on the world. I bought all I could and kissed every girl to feel again. I cried every night, maybe I made the wrong choice. I had all I needed, I told everyone I saw, if you see my dad, tell him I'm sorry that I'm not home. And I'm ashamed of what I've done, I just hope he'll have me home again. And hug my neck and kiss my cheek, oh, if he'll hold me one more time. 'Cause I'm ashamed of what I've done, I just hope he'll have me home again. I wish I was home again, again, oh no. It's been 5 months since that day that he walked out. I'm sitting on my porch, praying he remembers the love I had. Then I see a glimpse of a silhouette far away. It was my boy, I ran straight to him as fast as I could. Oh, I'll give him all he needs. The wait was over today. I saw my son, and I have waited for his return. I didn't care what he'd done, I finally had him home again. I hugged his neck and I kissed his cheek, oh, I held it one more time. I didn't care what he'd done, I finally had him home again. My son is home, I am home again.
We'd like to welcome in 2 families from our community who serve on our committee and help lead our Young Life and Wildlife ministries. They are going to talk about some of their experience.
Dwayne and Kim Baker. We've been in the community for 20 years, and I am on the executive committee of Young Life.
My name is Urbanowski. We share a role on the executive board for Young Life Buda Kyle. I've lived in Buda for 20 years. In my day job, I'm in construction. I am also the mayor-elect for the city of Buda.
So I'm Amy Urbanowski. I've also been in Buda for 20 years. I work for the special education department at Elm Grove Elementary, and I share the role on the executive board with Lee. And my role so far has been helping launch and start Wildlife, which is the Young Life Middle School ministry.
We wanted to be involved in Young Life just due to the fact that we felt like that the youth in our area needed to have positive influence, and specifically in a one-on-one small group type format, and to have fun and a sense of fellowship with other believers, and for kids to have the opportunity to come to know Christ through their friends and peers.
The first roundup, we didn't know a whole lot about what was going on with the whole program. We knew that we wanted to do something with the wildlife option in order to get to the junior high population in our area. Fast forward about a year, we kind of put that together. Amy did a lot of the heavy lifting on getting the Dahlstrom wildlife set up. And I guess fast forward a little bit more, and we started hosting campaigners at our house every other Wednesday.
I hope in the future that Young Life in our area grows to a level that all the kids, both in the junior highs involved in the wildlife and Young Life in high school, all have the opportunity to come to know Christ and know that the leaders in the schools are there for them, and they can have a sense of community and fellowship because they might want to talk to someone that's a peer more so than their parents or an adult in a church-like setting. Sometimes things come out in a one-on-one setting that might not otherwise develop.
Well, my hope for Wildlife is that we can just continue to reach more and more middle school students. Like, I think Dahlstrom just took off quicker than we expected. It exceeded our prayers and our expectations, and so my hope is that we can just expand that group and bring in kids from other middle schools, whether that's one big Wildlife for the school district or break off into different branches similar to how Young Life does in high school.
Young Life to me, as to try to tell it to someone who has never heard of it, I would call it a faith-based movement within the community of our high school and junior highs that allow the opportunity to learn about Christ in a non-threatening environment and not necessarily a strict Sunday morning church-like setting where there may be pressures involved there. And it's the opportunity for them to, again, just sit down on a one-on-one basis and ask questions that they might be scared to ask, and have the opportunity to learn a little bit more about the Word and about God and what it means to be saved. And through the camps and the social aspect of it, I think that makes it easy. It's fun to be involved with a group of kids like that and have the opportunity to learn and fellowship and learn more about the Word.
I'm just happy to be part of it. I mean, it's something we're proud of. I mean, I like the kids at the house. I like to see Ryan doing his thing and talking about the Bible and just being there for the kids and being a sounding board for, like I said, the 20 to 30 kids that we have, just to talk about what's going on in their life and giving them an outlet that is in the right direction and provides them a safe place, I guess, to some degree.
We have two incredible adult leaders who serve on our wildlife team. Let's hear a little bit from them.
I'm KJ, and I'm a registered nurse.
I'm Amber, and I'm an assistant engineer. What made me want to be a leader was I saw the impact that Young Life and Wildlife had on my friends in high school and throughout college. So when I moved to the Austin area, I wanted to be able to give back to the community in a way that I saw it influence my friends personally.
I became a wildlife leader because I had a really awesome experience with Young Life in high school. I went on to be a leader in college, took some time off, and decided when I came back to the area I wanted to get involved again. I had started wildlife in Wimberley, but was excited to do a new area that I didn't know very many people. And I just love the idea of Young Life, and especially for middle schoolers. Last year during wildlife, we started going to lunches, and I thought it was really cool to see how the teachers interacted with us leaders and were really receptive towards our relationship with the kids and what we wanted to do. And then just meeting all the other families that are involved has been eye-opening for what Buda needs.
For me, I didn't get the opportunity to go to lunches with my schedule with work, but just whenever we're at wildlife and the kids are pulling up and we're talking with their parents, I feel like they're just as eager for their kids to be there as the kids are to be a part of it. Especially when we took a break in the summer, you know, when we're not in school, we didn't have wildlife going on, and I just felt like the parents were just as ready for us to get back and get started, and so that was important for us as leaders and also for the kids, and have the support from them. I've seen it have an impact on not just the kids themselves, but also their parents. So, for me, the most impactful thing I would say is just building the relationships with the kids, to see them come every week and just, you know, be filled with so much joy and just happy to be there. That has an impact on me, and it makes me, you know, eager and excited to come back every week and have new things for them to do. And, you know, maybe there's a new kid there and they get to meet a new friend out of it. And then also just building the relationship with leaders. I think that's really important. I think when you're a middle schooler, it's important to have those people in your life and people to help you make decisions and grow with and together. And so for me, that's one of the most impactful things.
One of the most impactful things that's happened because of wildlife in my life is, like Amber said, the relationship with the kids. Seeing them out of their school environment and just their faces lighting up when they come to club or campaigners. They're not only excited to see us, but they're excited to see their friends, and it's just a different environment. And I love how safe they feel, and watching how they interact with us is super awesome. I would love for in the future for wildlife for us to get to go to camp, actually. We had a cool weekend trip, but camp got canceled. So I'm just really looking forward to when everything starts to get a little bit back to normal and we can take the kids to camp and see how much it changed their lives as much as it changed mine.
For me, I think something that I've witnessed this year in comparison to last year was just seeing maybe, you know, the 6th graders coming back, and now they're in 7th grade and they're back at wildlife. And I hope going forward it's the same thing. It's something that people kind of get involved with maybe when they're in 6th grade, and then they come back 7th and 8th. And throughout those years they bring more friends, and even maybe people that they didn't know the year before. And so I just hope that as wildlife continues that they keep coming back year after year.
2 words sum it up: controlled chaos sometimes. I just think it's a super fun environment. We're always doing something different. Love being outside with the kids, but mainly it's just helping the kids feel like they're in a safe environment and where they can be themselves, and just sharing the word of Jesus and how much he loves them.
I would just say it's a place that you can just come as you are and hang out and have fun with others in the community, whether it's kids that you go to school with, whether it's the high school leaders, adult leaders, you know, families that come and stay for the evening at wildlife. Just a place to come however you are, and just be yourself and just grow in your walk and your faith, and just have people that are there to cheer you on as you go through the next 3 years of your life throughout middle school and then transition into young life in high school.
Working full-time and kind of being an adult leader gives me a different perspective than some of the other leaders, and I think it's awesome that I'm able to do it. I love the fact that I have a pretty flexible schedule, and I so look forward to Wednesdays being with the kids. Sometimes everything doesn't work out, but I am for sure I know that they have other awesome leaders that are in high school, or Bovie, for instance, that are going to be there and show up no matter what. But I would say Wednesdays are my favorite day of the week, and I do whatever I can to be with the kids.
For me, I think sometimes it can be challenging just because, like KJ said, she sometimes has a flexible schedule, but with my career and the job that I have, I don't always get to maybe make the lunches or some of the things during the week. And I hope that the kids know that I want to be there, and I do my best to be there as much as I can. But at the same time, you know, I wouldn't change it for the world. I love being an adult leader. Like I said, when I moved to Austin, I knew I wanted to get involved with Young Life, and so I think for me, no matter what, even if there's sometimes I can't make something, what I can make is rewarding, and I'm glad that I get to spend the time that I can with the kids.
I'm so excited to introduce one of our high school seniors to you. His name is Jake Jackson, and he wants to tell you a little bit about his story.
My name is Jake Jackson. I'm class of 2021, and I go to Jack C. Hayes High School. I was born in Houston with me and my mom. I don't remember much of my parents ever being together. I'd always just go back and forth from houses between my mom and dad. And my mom we lived in an apartment in inner city Houston, and my dad lived in the suburbs outside of Houston. And I'd mostly stay with my mom, and it just got so rough to one point. Like 1 month, we got like broken into like 3 times in a month. So we thought we needed like to get out in a new like environment. So we moved to Plum Creek in Kyle, Texas, with no family out here, nothing. So we were by ourselves. And then around, I'd say freshman year, I heard about Young Life, and I was always kind of scared to go like freshman year because it's new people, new environment, and it's like I didn't want to. It was kind of hard for me. My sophomore year of high school, I was out swimming with some of my friends at Sewell Park in San Marcos, Texas. And one day we were jumping off this little dam. I slipped. Big accident happens, all this. I end up with a cut for my leg. A year later, fast forward, a year later, and a little bump starts forming right where that scar was. I was like, Mom, it gets bigger, like it keeps getting bigger. Like it was like a good golf ball size. We ended up going to like 20 different doctors. None of them knew what it was, and we finally ended up getting a test, and I had to get a needle just stuck down to my bone. That was the most painful thing. And we get a call back like the next week, and they're like, your son has a type of bone cancer. It's super rare. We don't know what it is. We're gonna figure it out. A week later, they called me saying I'd have to have surgery to get it removed off my bone, and that'll be it. Like, I wouldn't have to do no chemo, no radiation. I was like, oh, easy to me. Let's do it. Like, I wanna play football. That's all I was thinking about, really, at the time. I go through the surgery. I wake up. I'm in this leg cast, and they're like, oh, you're good, all this, all that. You just have to go through scans just to make sure, But you're most likely good. So we go through these scans, and they tell me, oh, you still have some in your bone, and all this. You're gonna have to go through chemo. And I was like, because you never think that you yourself is gonna get with such a disease. The day before I start chemo, I had a huge benefit for me. For my team, my football team, Hayes High School, they held a huge green out game because green's my favorite color. And later that night, after the game, I was walking down my driveway when I was supposed to be using crutches, and I snapped my leg in half. Luckily, I had my friend with me. He ran inside, couldn't find my parents, ran to my neighbors. The night I go in for my broken leg, they tell me, oh, we're gonna have to keep you overnight because you start chemo the next day. And that's when it really hit me. Like, all those other times that they told me I'd have to start chemo and all that, I've never really like cared. Like, I just took it for granted. And that night I broke my leg and had to start chemo the next day. That's when it all hit me, and I just freaked out. It was definitely my deepest time, like my lowest point. In the hospital, I made plenty of friends that were young, like young kids that were also going through the same thing as me. And it was kind of, I felt like I was the person to be their role model. God showed me how to be a leader. The amount of support I got was crazy. Like, I never even imagined moving here 9 years ago would do all that. Young Life means a lot to me, really. They were the people that got me to walk my walk with Jesus. They're the people that really got me close to everybody, really. Bovey, he's taught me so much. He's taught me how to be a leader. He's taught me how to persevere. My leader, definitely the coolest leader out there. Frontier was easily the most fun week of my life, and it was pure joy. Yeah, June 13th, 2018 was the day I started my walk with Jesus at Frontier Ranch with Young Life. And really, it's just, Young Life was what brought me to Jesus, what brought our relationship. Like, that's who helped me grow a relationship with Jesus. I'm glad it didn't go any other way.
I have to tell you, the reason we do what we do, the countless hours of contact work, throwing clubs, hosting campaigners, going to camp, is because we have a burden for lost kids to know Christ. We go after all sorts of kids, but primarily the kids who are disinterested in God or disconnected from the local church body. We have a burning desire placed in us by God to relentlessly pursue kids, build relationships with them, and earn the right to tell them about Jesus. Alongside that, we have seen the Lord do incredible things in the lives of kids, but the work is not over. We want to see the 12,486 middle school and high school kids reach with leaders at all 3 of the high schools and all 6 middle schools. And here's the need. We need more volunteer leaders in these specific schools. We need more people to partner with us financially on a monthly and annual basis. And we need more caring adults involved in our local committee that are in and from this community. Finally, Amy Maulding will give further detail and let you know of next steps to partner with us.
Thank you so much for taking the time to watch our video. We hope you've had a few laughs, were inspired by stories like Jake, KJ, and Amber, and caught a glimpse of Young Life and Wildlife through the eyes of the Bakers, the Urbanowskis, and we hope you were encouraged that the leaders are still building relationships with middle school and high school students in the midst of a global pandemic. We believe that the best is yet to come, and we need your help to reach the 12,486 students in our area with the love of Jesus Christ. We want to invite you to partner with us as we continue to work to reach these precious kids. Every kid deserves the right to be loved and to feel that they belong somewhere, and we want them to know that God, the God who created them, loves them like crazy. Would you look in your Roundup box and find the case statement page? The back side outlines our 2021 budget, which is $116,000. This allows us to do everything we dream to do this upcoming year. Next, you will see the ways to partner and how to give section. Over the last 8 years, we have been prayerfully and intentionally building our monthly donor base. We believe a healthy ministry runs on a significant monthly donor team. If you are a current monthly donor, we are so thankful for you. But as you can see, we still have spots to fill to be 65% funded through monthly donors. We would be honored if you could join our monthly donor team, or if you are already a monthly donor, would you consider increasing your monthly gift this year? Another way you can partner with us is by giving an annual one-time gift. Thank you to all of you who have been giving this way to us for many years. You can make your donation in 3 easy steps. Use your phone to scan the QR code or your paper program if you are watching this on a device. Click the link below the YouTube video. Next, fill out the information on the electronic pledge card. And lastly, you should receive a confirmation email. But let us know if you need help processing your gift. If you are not a tech savvy like me, you can totally use the pledge envelope provided in your box to make your donation. You can seal it and give it to your host home, or you can mail it in back to us at the office with the address provided. And please don't miss the Interested In section. It's a list of other ways you can be involved and help us. Please mark what interests you and we'll give you a call. I can't thank you enough for joining us virtually this year. Next year, we really hope to be back together in person when we share with you the goodness of the Lord and how He is moving in the lives of our students, leaders, and adults in Buda Young Life. We're grateful for your partnership and your prayers.